Welcome back, people, to another episode of the Top 10 series. Now, today we are going to be talking about the top 10 places in Scotland, in my opinion. Let's get into it. In 10th place, we have Fort William. A great excursion from Fort William is the GLENFINNAN Viaduct, often recognised from numerous Harry Potter movies, among other films, as the route the Hogwarts Express took when whisking young wizards to school. Fun steam excursions can be enjoyed aboard the lovely Jacobite steam train along this stretch of the West Highland line, taking in the viaduct and some of the most scenic vistas found anywhere in Scotland. From Fort William you can also easily get to other popular places in Scotland, including GLENFINNAN, a spectacular valley famed for its breathtaking scenery. In 9th place, we have the Isle of Skye. One Scottish island to explore is the lovely Isle of Skye. It boasts a little something of everything that is Scottish, but with the advantage that it's connected to the mainland via the road bridge. Part of the Hebrides in the northwest section of the Highlands, this large island is some 80 kilometres in length and is a nature lover's paradise, home to the colonies of seabirds, seals and other native wildlife among the mile after mile of rugged coastline and spectacular hill views. In position number 8, the historic town of Stirling is one of the best places in Scotland to serve as a base from which to explore the country. It's situated almost halfway between Glasgow and Edinburgh, so it makes for a great day trip and boasts plenty of great things to see and do. Topping the list is stunning Stirling Castle, famous for once having been a royal palace. Mary Queen of Scots spent her childhood here, as well as its role in centuries-long struggle between Scotland and England. A visit to this castle includes a chance to explore the well-preserved medieval structures, grand halls and rooms, either on your own or as part of a guided tour. In 7th position we have Port Glasgow. Not to be confused with Glasgow City, Port Glasgow is a great place to visit. Port Glasgow happens to be where I hail from, and I enjoyed the formative years there before moving to Kent in England when I was a wee lad. Port Glasgow is the second largest town in the Inverclyde Council area of Scotland. Originally a fishing hamlet named Newark, Port Glasgow came about as a result of the large ships being unable to navigate the shallow and meandering River Clyde to the centre of Glasgow. As a result, it was formed as a remote port for Glasgow in 1668 and became known as the New Port Glasgow, which was shortened to Port Glasgow in 1775. Port Glasgow was home to dry docks and shipbuilding beginning in 1762. Port Glasgow is only a small place, however it will remain in my heart for life. Number 6th position is Loch Lomond. an easy drive from Glasgow, and an easy to get to from Edinburgh too, Loch Lomond is a convenient place to visit in Scotland for those seeking a glimpse of some of the country's most iconic and romantic scenery. The largest body of fresh water in the UK, it's so picturesque that one of the country's leading writers, Walter Scott, famously labelled this magnificent stretch of water the Queen of Scottish Lakes. Gentle activities and pursuits include boat tours and cruises and visiting attractions such as the Loch Lomond Bird of Prey Centre, or even shopping at the modern Loch Lomond Shores Entertainment Complex with its family-friendly sea life aquarium. By yon bonny banks and by yon bonny braes, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond, for in soft purple hue the Highland hill we view, and the moon coming out in the gloaming. Reaching the halfway point through our list is Loch Ness. Shrouded in myth and legend, Scotland's beautiful Loch Ness remains one of the country's top places to visit, despite there being no definitive evidence that Nessie, the world's famous sea monster, actually exists. That first glimpse of the water doesn't stop excited tourists from scanning the horizon excitedly, just in case. Nessie, I believe in you. In fourth position is St Andrews. St Andrews is well known as one of the world's top golf destinations. Golfers from around the globe make the pilgrimage to St Andrews' 7 classic links courses, drawn by the prestige of playing the world's oldest golf course, the Par 72 Old Course, and the chance to play where so many golf greats have teed off before them. Fortunately for the rest of us, there are plenty of other fun things to do in the St Andrews area. St Andrews is also a famous university town. Be sure to spend some time exploring the many fine old buildings associated with the University of St Andrews. One of the top 3 things to do in St Andrews is to simply wander the university grounds, admiring the well-preserved medieval architecture. And if time permits, be sure to check out the on-site attractions, such as its Natural History Museum and art galleries. The ruins of St Andrew's Castle and the town's old cathedral are also worth exploring. In third place isn't specifically a place, but it's the Highlands. Few travel destinations have captured the imagination to the extent of the magnificent Scottish Highlands, stretching from the attractive garden city of Inverness on the country's rugged east coast all the way to John O'Groats in the north. This area of outstanding natural beauty is where you'll find some of the most romantic scenery anywhere. It has served as a popular backdrop to hit TV shows and movies, including Outlander. Begin your explanation of the Scottish Highlands in Inverness, then head straight to the nearby Loch Ness. In second position is Edinburgh. The country's capital is home to the well-preserved architecture from a number of different periods of history, including the medieval times, such as Edinburgh Castle and the incredible shop-lined Royal Mile, to the most recent Newtown area, much of which was built in the 18th century. A highlight of this newer part of the ancient city is simply wandering amongst the many elegant Georgian town homes. breathtaking in the Grass Market, an attractive, pedestrian-friendly public square popular for its shops, galleries and cafes. Edinburgh is also an important cultural destination, hosting numerous popular events and festivals throughout the year. One of the largest arts festivals in the world, the famous Edinburgh Fringe Festival, draws huge crowds, as do the Edinburgh International Book Festival and the Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo. My dad's a big fan of that one. The latter held in the grounds of the castle itself. And finally, in first position, you guessed it, Glasgow. Situated on the River Clyde on Scotland's west coast, the city of Glasgow has the last few decades reimagined itself as a major European cultural centre, using its many excellent museums, art galleries and festivals to attract tourists year round. It's a great city to explore on foot, thanks to its many lovely parks and pedestrian-friendly streets, especially if you also take in the Glasgow Cathedral and the famous Glasgow School of Art. And so there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the top 10 places, in my opinion, in Scotland. Anyways, thank you for listening to this episode of the Top 10 series. Like, comment, subscribe, press that bell notification to get notifications, and follow the socials. See you all in the next one.